sixth human infected rabies victim detected in Sarawak. Tourism tax to be enforced from September 1st. Hello and good afternoon. I'm Mohanapriya. Welcome to News on 2. A 7-year-old boy has been identified as the sixth human infected with rabies in Sarawak, with the previous 5 having died from the infection. Health Director General Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah, in a statement last night, said the latest victim from Kampung Kuala Gedong in Samarahan had been bitten by a dog on July 17th. Dr. Nur Hisham said the boy received 3 doses of anti-rabies vaccine at Syrian Hospital on July 21st, 24th and 28th and began to experience fever, cough and vomiting before being admitted to Syrian Hospital on August 1st. The child's health further deteriorated and he began suffering from hallucinations before being referred to the Sarawak General Hospital in Kuching, where he was in critical condition. Dr. Nur Hisham said samples were sent for tests yesterday and the results came back positive for the rabies virus. To date, 22 areas in 3 divisions of Sarawak, namely Serian, Sri Aman and Kuching, have been declared rabies-infected areas by the Sarawak State Government. Control and prevention activities, including detection of dog bite cases, have been implemented by the Sarawak State Health Department and Divisional Health Departments. At least 5 civil servants in Sabah are expected to be arrested this month by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) for bribery and misuse of power. Sabah MACC Director Datuk Sazali Salbi said investigations are still ongoing before any arrests could be made.
Coming soon, very soon. There will be some arrests and ada tangkapan dan pertuduhan ke atas sekumpulan ataupun sebilangan pegawai daripada satu agensi for this month. Ya kan? Just wait for the time lah. Definitely somewhere dalam 20 hari bulan ke atas there will be arrest and pendakwaan kes ke atas a few penjawat awam.
Datuk Sazali said another operation will be held against another agency in Sabah in September. He, however, declined to comment further on the matter. Datuk Sazali was met after attending the Kibar Jarlur Gemilang campaign event in Kota Kinabalu yesterday. The Health Ministry is urging members of the public to not be taken in with the statements given by irresponsible quarters, which stated that the ministry had purchased ambulances worth until 400 million ringgit. Its Secretary General Dato Sri Dr. Chen Chow Min, in a statement yesterday, said that the actual amount of purchase was 225.2 million ringgit instead. He added that half of the ambulances would be fitted with the latest technology, such as latest heart care tools, mobile ventilators and foldable stretchers with safety belts. He added that the ministry had received a total of 925 ambulances, which totaled up to nearly 389 million ringgit since 2010. The Ministry of Higher Education has instructed University Malaysia Sabah, UMS, to render any kind of welfare and assistance to the family of the UMS student Nur Nasiba Husna Ibrahim, who died when the boat she was on board capsized in Kuala Besut, Terengganu yesterday. The ministry, in a statement issued, also expressed its condolences to the victim's family in Kampung Alor Pasir, Pasir Putih, Kelantan, for their loss. In the incident that occurred around 12:15 p.m. yesterday, the boat that Nurasiba, 21, along with 14 other participants of a student leadership program in Pulau Perhentian, was hit by strong waves and overturned 1 kilometer off Kuala Besut Jetty. It was believed that the victim was trapped under the overturned boat and died at the scene of the tragedy. She was among 60 students from University Malaysia Kelantan, UMS, UiTM Kelantan and Polytechnic Mara Kelantan who had participated in the leadership program. 2 brothers died after their motorcycle collided with a 4-wheel drive vehicle at kilometer 145 Jalan Kuala Lumpur, Kuantan, near Batu Lima Camp, Temerloh, Pahang. Muhammad Tarmizi Atan and his twin brother Muhammad Taufik Atan, 14, died at the scene due to severe injuries sustained. Temerloh District Police Chief ACP Zundin Mahmud confirmed the incident happened at around 2:15 p.m. while the victims were on their way home from school. It was believed that the motorcycle had crashed into the opposite lane before colliding with the four-wheeler. Meanwhile, in Kedah, a man died and 4 others were injured in an accident involving a sand truck and cargo truck. Kedah Fire Department in a statement said the accident happened at around 5 p.m. near MRSM Jalan Junjung in Kulim. The dead victim, Ahmad Ismail, 40, who was the driver of the cargo truck, was trapped in his seat due to the collision. Fire and rescue personnel managed to pull him out, but he eventually died at the scene. 2 other passengers in the cargo truck survived, sustaining only several injuries. The driver of the sand truck was also injured. The case has been handed over to the police for investigations. Coming up next, 1MDB given extension to resolve IPIC payment. But first, Tourism and Culture Minister Datuk Sri Mohammad Nazri Abdul Aziz said the tourism tax will be enforced from September 1st. He said local tourists and permanent residents would be exempted from paying the tourism tax. With the tax, he said foreign tourists boarding at premises including hotels, inns, rest houses and motels will be charged 10 ringgit flat rate per room per night. Several grouses have risen, however, in the refusal of implementing the tourism tax.
Every state will want to have a share. So that is what decided by the cabinet. The detail, if they want to know, we shouldn't be talking in the press. I think anything like this, Sarawak is also a BN government. I think, if anything, they must come and see me to get clarification.
The Sarawak State Government recently indicated it is against the 10% share of tourism tax collection. Datuk Sri Mohammad Nazri added that the tax was expected to generate 210 million ringgit in revenue every year. He said this to the media when met in the nation's capital yesterday. One Malaysia Development Berhad, 1MDB, has been given an extension to resolve the payment issue with International Petroleum Investment Corporation, IPIC, involving the sum of $603 million. IPIC, in a filing with the London Stock Exchange, however, said 1MDB has to pay at least $310 million by this Saturday and has until August 31st to pay the balance. Finance Ministry Secretary-General Tan Sri Dr. Mohammad Irwan Sarigar Abdullah said 1MDB would sign another agreement for the extension of payment to IPIC.
We are talking to IPIC, and try to arrange the time where we can pay off, and we will pay off IPIC. It's a question of time. We are arranging and we are asking for extension of time, which they have agreed. So in due course, when the time comes, we will pay off.
He said this to reporters after launching the home price checking system for civil servants in Bangi, Selangor. 1MDB had previously written to IPIC to inform the Abu Dhabi-based company that the payment, originally due on July 31st, 2017, will be paid in August 2017 instead, as it awaits the necessary funds. The payment, amounting to $603 million from 1MDB to IPIC, is part of a settlement over a debt dispute. In a related development, the Finance Ministry said it has never given any public funds to 1MDB to help settle its debt. Second Finance Minister Datuk Sri Johari Abdul Ghani said so far the public investment arm has not come to the government for financial assistance.
I think this is a company matters. Out there's so many companies also affected in terms when they do a business dealing. Yeah. So I cannot exaggerate too much at this stage, but one thing I want to stress that we'll certainly want YNDB to look into this matter seriously so that it will not affect the image of the country.
Datuk Sri Johari was commenting on a rumour that a public fund was being used to resolve 1MDB's debt. Speaking after attending the 2018 Budget Focus Group meeting in Putrajaya yesterday, he said the Finance Ministry certainly wants 1MDB to look into the matter seriously so that it would not affect the image of the country. The Malaysia International Trade and Exhibition Centre MITEC, developed by NASA TTDI Sdn Bhd, has been successfully completed with an allocation of 628 million ringgit. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Tun Razak said with the development of MITEC, the rapidly growing MICE or Meeting, Incentives, Convention and Exhibition sector is expected to further strengthen Kuala Lumpur's position as one of the 5 most visited cities by 2020. Datuk Sri Najib said MITEC is an example of other projects to be developed in the KL Metropolis project, which is a 20 billion ringgit high-impact mixed development at Persiaran Dutamas.
I have no doubt at all, with its state-of-the-art facilities, MITEC will put Malaysia on the map as far as the MICE industry is concerned, bringing new business and leisure travellers to the country, providing a new beacon of excellence, and creating jobs and raising skill levels and wages that will benefit all Malaysians.
Datuk Sri Najib said this at the MITEC building handover ceremony to the Malaysian International Trade and Industry Ministry at the MITEC in Kuala Lumpur last night. MITEC, which will be one of the cluster venues for the 2017 Kuala Lumpur SEA Games, is set to host 9 events from August 19th to 30th. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Tun Razak said ASEAN had successfully managed the differences between its member countries in a positive and constructive manner through tolerance, understanding and respect since its 50 years of establishment.
Meskipun ASEAN terdiri daripada pelbagai identiti masyarakat, rencam budaya dan agama serta bahasa, namun ini semua tidak menghalang untuk kita terus bersatu dalam kepelbagaian.
Datuk Sri Najib said this in his special speech in conjunction with ASEAN Day yesterday. The establishment of ASEAN in 1967 is of great significance to the Prime Minister, as his father, Tun Abdul Razak Hussein, was one of the 5 founding members of ASEAN who signed the Bangkok Declaration. ASEAN had initially only consisted of 5 countries which aimed to preserve regional peace. It is, however, now an establishment which consists of 10 countries of different cultural identities and religion. Foreign Deputy Minister Datuk Sri Rizal Nain American said ASEAN has achieved a great deal of success, especially in maintaining peace and stability in the region since its establishment 50 years ago. He added that the establishment of ASEAN also helped in generating a fast-growing economic region. Datuk Sri Rizal American said the result was based on the creation of the ASEAN Economic Community (AEC) and the launch of the Master Plan of ASEAN Connectivity 2025, which is expected to amount to over $9.2 trillion. Datuk Sri Rizal American said AEC is now the best platform and the world's leading trade and investment destination.
The harmony among the ASEAN member states has allowed for resources to be focused on consolidating fully on regional stability, deeply and seamlessly connect and integrate with each other for better economic prosperity.
He said this in his keynote address at the ASEAN Commemorative Forum in Kuala Lumpur yesterday. The first proton car following the national car maker's tie-up with Geely, known as Boyue, will enter the local market in 2018. The sports utility vehicle, the first ever by Proton, will make its debut in Malaysia, equipped with 140 to 184 horsepower. The 5-seater Boyue was designed by former Volvo designer Peter Hobry, who currently heads Geely's design studios in Gothenburg, Shanghai, Barcelona and Los Angeles. Already in production and on sale in China since 2014, the Boyue has shown positive sales, with 20,000 units sold in July alone. According to head of Geely Proton's Strategic Partnership Consultative Committee, Dr. Lee, for the Malaysian market, the Boyue will adapt the right-hand drive technology.
through that process, we also need to consider what features that fits your market. So, not only the simple mirror image of from left to right, you also need to take the unique features, a customer preference from Malaysia into our right-hand drive design.
The SUV will also come with a permanent SIM card slot, Wi-Fi and related services, plus voice recognition. But first, the preparations for the upcoming SEA Games continue as the Health Ministry pledged to deploy over 1,600 of its staff to ensure the health aspects of the Games are fully covered. According to Deputy Health Minister Dato Sri Dr. Hilmi Yahya, they are all set for the biennial multi-sport event, as ministry staff have been undergoing training and rescue simulation exercises since the beginning of 2016.
Kita dalam apa juga acara yang dibuat peringkat national atau international, we are always prepared. Kita banyak hospital, kita banyak ke hospital, banyak klinik, semua ada. So masing-masing diberi tugas masing-masing untuk menjaga bahagian masing-masing. So dalam hal ini tak ada masalah. We are always prepared.
He added that three major components of medicine, namely medical protection, food quality safety and disease control, will be given due attention during the course of the Games. There will be medical staff to offer 24-hour medical assistance to athletes, sports officials and volunteers. The Serdang and Selayang Hospital have also been assigned to handle any emergency cases.